Hi, this is Chinka Bisinga Sarmiento, and welcome to Buhay Parang Life, where we discuss issues about this thing called life. Ayan. Thank you, dear viewers, for watching us and for tuning into this episode. I have been on leave for several months, but I'm back, and here we are again enjoying one another's company in Buhay Parang Life. We would like to invite you all to share, like, and to subscribe to our YouTube channel and Facebook page, and to write down your comments and suggestions down below. Buhay Parang Life is part of Faith Watch TV, and we encourage you to also download the app on your mobile device. Ayan. So for this episode, we have invited a very dear friend of mine. She is a psychosocial support specialist in UP Diliman Psychosocial Services, or PsychServe. She is a, mahaba to mental health psychosocial support services project coordinator in Child Fam Possibilities Psychosocial Services. So medyo nagigets nyo yung magiging theme natin, no, for this episode. She is a wife and a mom to 3 wonderful kids. Yung isa inaanak ko, no, the very makulit baby girl, the youngest. She is Miss Sweet Remandaban. Hi, Sweet!
Hello! Magandang buhay, everyone. Magandang buhay, Ate Chinka.
Yan, alright.
Excited, looking forward to the conversation.
Yes, oo. Medyo matagal natin itong pinag-usapan at pinaghandaan ng ating mga sarili, no? And I think it's still very timely for us to be talking about our topic for this episode. Lalo na, no, parang hindi tumitigil yung mga pagbabago na nangyayari sa mundo. Alright? So, in this episode in particular, we will be talking to Miss Sweet about mental health. No, there's so many facets of mental health, but I believe that it is important for us to still discuss this because there are a lot of our viewers who still want to be enlightened about this particular topic. Tama ba, Sweet?
Yes, of course. Parang mas na-highlight yan ngayon. Ngayong panahon na to, lalo na nung nagsimula yung pandemya, no? So, mental health has been a talk of people because nakita nila kamusta ba ang kalagayan ng kanilang, isip, affect means their emotions, abdomen, at ang kanilang, pang-araw-araw na behavior at pang-araw-araw na relasyon sa mga tao. So, yeah, that's mental health, diba? So, it's internal and then also kasali yung social aspect of life.
Importante talaga. Kaya nga, parang tama ka, no? Parang biglang, although matagal nang maraming mental health professionals, pero parang biglang everybody pinag-uusapan na ang mental health, no? Even if it's not you who is experiencing it, it's somebody you know or somebody close to you or dear to you. So, kailangan mo pa rin malaman what it's all about. Tama, no? So, busy ka, no? Busy ka.
Super, lalo na nung pandemya, lalo na yung time ng lockdowns, ng restrictions, 'di ba? Lahat ng CQ na nadaanan natin, no? So very yung nung peak of pandemic, nung surge ganyan, kada surge parang meron kaming it's a crisis. It's a mental health crisis at that stage, no? Hindi lang kasi physical health yung natamaan ng pandemya, pati mental health, of course. Marami, according to studies nga, 3.6, minimum pa nga of 3.6 million Filipinos suffered, no, from mental health illnesses, diba, or disorders, diba, even substance use during the pandemic. It took a toll on all of us. In one way or another, no? Pwede namang walang mental illness, but still, it has a detrimental effect, the COVID-19 or the effects of the COVID-19, no? So, there's social isolation, we've been trapped in our homes, it's been 3 years, no? Well, now, we're at the tail end already. No? So, but yeah, it did had a detrimental effect on our mental health, each and every one of us.
Oh, in fact, isn't it they said na more people were affected mentally than physically during this pandemic, 'di ba? Parang every day tumataas yung number of positive COVID cases, pero mas mataas pa doon yung may nagkaroon ng mental health issues all over the world, 'di ba?
Yes, because of course there is fear of infection, 'di ba?
Oo.
Exposure to people who are physically sick, 'di ba? Isolation, there's fear of uncertainty. I think everybody has been questioning when will this end, no?
Oo.
So but now we can see the end of it sort
Oo.
of, no? So the lack of routine, 'di ba?
Mm-mm.
The lack of social support during that time, 'di ba? So yeah, and then there's a rise in reality there's really a rise in mental illnesses. There's a
Oo.
rise in suicide rate na by 25.7% nung
Wow.
2020 pa lang yon, no? And it's a major concern in the Philippines kasi pre-pandemic, yes, there is. We know that it's a second leading cause next to heart attack and all that, no, of death. But now, na mas exposed tayo in a stressor,
Mm-mm.
which is pandemic, 'di ba? Talagang iba yung naging epekto nito, no? So, basically parang hindi lang talaga physical but it's a mental health crisis as well.
Oo nga. Tsaka siguro sabi mo nga yung fear of getting infected, not just that, fear of dying, 'di ba? Because so many people were dying, no? Losing their loved ones. And I think also compounded yung because of the uncertainty of yung day-to-day routine, parang teka lang, lahat tayo nanibago, no? We had to shift, tas napilitan tayo. Wala tayong choice eh, 'di ba? Parang hindi, lahat kayo work from home. Hindi, lahat kayo hindi makikipagkita sa mga friends nyo, or you cannot go out, you to just distress, no? That I think was a major reason why it really took its toll on everyone.
Yes, nasabi mo kanina, countless people have died. And it's
Mm-mm.
not just numbers.
Oo.
Diba? People
Oh,
close to us.
yes.
People we know. So
Mm.
there's a collective grieving na sinasabi namin na naganap nung pandemic talaga. Parang, well, there's a loss of freedom and all that. Pero there's really loss in humanity. Diba? Parang ganon. So, diba? So, affected talaga tayo. Parang, not just that, of course, the livelihoods of people were affected, diba? Parang a lot of businesses closed down, a lot of companies, big and small.
Oo.
Diba? Talagang walang pinatawad. And of course, because we're cooped up in our homes, strained relationships happened also, no?
Correct.
Those na hindi na okay to begin with yung relationships na magnify lalo, 'di ba?
That's right.
Typically, the pandemic exacerbated talaga the mental health issues, no? Nawala ng structure, 'di ba? Yung mga kabataan talagang imagine they're in their peak of, socializing and then
Uh-huh.
you close the
Oo.
doors for them, 'di ba? Tapos domestic abuse mas naging rampant and unknown kasi nga
Yeah.
they're in their own homes. Uunahin mo ba
Oo.
'yon if you can't even go out, 'di ba?
Oh.
So yeah, that's
Yeah, oo. Siguro, so si-segue tayo, no? As a mental health professional, you saw all of that, no? But personally, what was your experience in particular when you were dealing with patients during the pandemic? Kasi you were already a mental health advocate and professional. You were already studying, 'di ba? Pre-pandemic. So, what was your experience in particular during the pandemic?
nung pandemic, ang dami naming different people na different clients, no, different, we don't wanna call them patients, but more of really clients na halo-halo, no, from all walks of life talaga. Siguro simulan natin na yung reality of professionals in medical field, no, nag-impact talaga seriously sa kanila yon because the frontliners, diba, frontline healthcare professionals, siguro yun yung inuna kasi namin, no, dun sa where I am working. Inuna namin yung mga yun kasi sila yung nangangailangan, sila yung pinagsama-sama in the Philippine context, no. Magkakasama sila, inipon sila ng gobyerno in a home, parang ganyan, naka-hotel sila, ganyan. Tapos yun, sila yung mga nauna namin, ako personally yun, sila yung mga nauna kong mga nakausap. Ngayon, when we call it teleconsultations really flourished, no, when the lines were opened, Zoom, ang dami talagang pumasok na calls, no, and then we cater to all na, of course, yung sumunod na talagang yung nakita ko talaga na struggles, yung ano sila, yung nasa COVID facilities, tapos parang, diba, at first, lalo na nung start, 2020, talagang yung pinagsasama-sama sila, tapos hindi naman nila kilala, tapos parang ang tagal din nila doon for 14 days. Tapos parang dead end yung magka-COVID ka at first, yung gano'n, yung what meds to take and all that, parang yun yung time na yun. Tapos they're quarantined. And being quarantined, para ka talagang pinick up minsan ng mga, 'di ba? Ganun, parang kinatatakutan, yung ayaw talagang lapitan na mga personnel, na mga tao at that moment. So may impact sa kanila yon, no? Talaga yung when they were there. Tapos yun yung naalala ko na I was talking to them na parang paano ba, wala akong kasama dito, yung mga ganun, tapos hindi ko alam.
So, you were doing teleconsultations to clients who were already inside the isolation facilities.
Oo, kasi they can call naman din
Yeah, oo.
Hindi naman nawala yung social contact na, I mean,
Via,
no? So, may mga kausap ako na nandun sa facility, no? Or meron din yung mga nasa hospital, yung mga kamag-anak nila. Diba, wala naman din silang magawa kasi hindi naman din, it's either hindi talaga sila allowed, diba? Parang ganon. Or tapos phone calls lang. So, parang ganon. Yun yung mga nakausap ko early on in the pandemic. Ano pa ba? Yung mga namatayan, siguro yun talaga, it's not just collective grief, it's grieving. The people there are grieving talaga. Na yung nawala yung pamilya, very close to them. Minsan pa, madami sa pamilya. Yung nagkahawaan.
Yeah.
So yun, talaga, again, that's it. Parang ang dami kong nakausap. So halo-halo yun, na in distress. In distress, countless of people, na in distress, sa halo-halo yung struggles nila.
So these clients, Sweet, no, that you mentioned, whether they were family members or COVID patients themselves, no, iba-ibang age group din ito.
Very wide age. Talaga, age range. Kasi tinatamaan naman kahit na sino,
yes,
'di ba?
lahat.
Oo. So, pero yung mga bata hindi masyado. I mean, of course, although meron pero very few siguro na may mga kausap akong child like below 12. Teenagers meron.
Okay, so can you describe to us what did you see were the different struggles experienced by these clients from the different age groups? Ano yung mga siguro mga naaalala mo that really characterized each age group, kung ano yung mga struggles nila na sinasabi?
Let's start with the younger ones, with the kids, no? Developmentally, they need to play outside, they need to, diba? They need to socially interact with younger kids pa, ganyan, but they're restrained. So, walang social play, indoors lang, or they're
so that in your kids also?
Sorry?
So that in your kids also?
Oo naman, ang laki. our second child, ano siya, nag-1 siya nung January of 2020. So talagang ano na, yung awareness niya, nasa bahay. Walang biyahe-biyahe, walang alis-alis nung time na yun, 'di ba? So talagang they're imagine them, they're just there. They can't even play outdoors. Na yun yung, 'di ba? Can't even play outdoors, ganun. What kind of play do they do, 'di ba? So ano, ngayon ang effect doon, syempre they're all in their screen. They're
Oo,
studying
oo.
in their screen, they're
Oo.
playing in their screen. Ito yan. Ang before, meron ng ano, Pediatric Association, something na the number of hours, screen hours per
Yeah,
child,
yeah.
per
Yes.
certain age.
Oo.
Ngayon, parang nawala yun or
Wala na.
wala pa. Wala pang,
Bago.
wala pang bago. Wala pang bago. Okay? Because they study, again, until now naman, it's still hybrid. They still study in their, their
Correct.
gadgets, naman. So, yun. So, students with special needs, okay, hirap talaga. Like, they can't, yung mga therapy, OTs,
Mm-mm.
well, now medyo nag-flourish na meron na rin mga speech therapy and OT na ano na
Oo.
online. Oo,
Oo.
meron naman. Pero yun yung mga nawala, no? So everything has to be transitioned online. Ano pa? Well, syempre for students, 'di ba, maraming disruptions in their academics, no? So parang lalo na nung simula, parang how do we go about the module, the everything. Online, 'di ba? Anong klase? Iba-iba kang tawag eh, blended online,
Oo.
'di ba? Parang
Hybrid. Oo.
hybrid, basta
Expanded. May
distance
expanded online. Oo.
learning,
Oo.
modules, everything na, 'di ba? Parang naimbento para
Oo.
to do it, para makapag-aral pa rin yung mga bata in whatever form, no? Of course, adolescents and young adults, no, siguro affected sila because the paulit-ulit na socialization
Yeah,
talaga
yung
wala
relationships
naman.
nila.
Yun naman talaga yung nawala. Ito pa, lack of boundaries, not social boundaries,
Yan.
lack of boundaries, sorry.
Yan. Correct. Correct.
It's not just the physical boundary, it's the
Oo.
psychological boundary of everyone
Oo.
at home. Wala yun eh. Wala
Nawala.
yun. Diba? Oo, nawala yun. So, we had to make do with everything that we have at home. Make zones, we call it zones, diba? Parang this is my work zone. This is my sleeping zone or resting zone. This is my plant zone. So parang we have to make do with everything. But in reality, there's still limitations. Yeah, for adults, 'di ba, yung economic downturn of events, their job losses, the security, 'di ba? Wait, parang yun yung nawala lahat
Oo. Oo.
nung pandemic.
What about did you have clients who were senior citizens?
Uh, Onte.
Oo, oo.
Let's put it that way because well, I don't know if it's the gadget,
Oh, yeah, yung
or
familiarity with gadget use. But
yeah,
did you notice or did you come across siguro from your colleagues also or maybe people you know or relatives na senior citizens, and did you see anything that characterized how they were struggling or what their
yung
difficult
struggles nila health.
health lang
First and
talaga.
foremost, 'di ba?
Oh,
Parang of course sila yung unang tatamaan.
mm.
Iba-iba kasi depende rin sa family dynamics. Yung iba kasi because depende sa power
Oo, oo.
power the power is. Ganun
Oo.
naman yun.
Mga
If the
anak.
power, if nasa mga anak yung powers, talagang hindi sila, they're not allowed to go out.
Oo.
Meron mga senior citizen not allowed to do the grocery, di ba? Parang
Yeah.
they took on the role.
Oo.
The younger senior citizen naman, hindi siguro masyadong affected in that manner. Kasi yung iba rin nakatransition naman gadgets-wise, nakatransition din sila with technology, no? But it's the thought always of health.
Mm.
Kasi sila once they're hit by COVID,
Yeah.
parang
Sila
delikado.
yung
So it's that fear.
Oo, sila yung pinakadelikado. Oo. So definitely you can say that there was a big difference in terms of the mental health issues and trends during the pandemic and before the pandemic, no?
Yes, there is, of course. Parang sabi nga, 'di ba, mas na-magnify nung pandemic, na-exacerbate nung pandemic 'yon. Nung
Mm.
pre-pandemic, hindi naman masyadong, of course, there's mental health issues, no? Pero individual eh.
Mm.
'Di ba? Mas more of ako ay ako ay hindi okay ngayon, gano'n.
Yeah.
Pero ngayon parang lahat tayo ay hindi okay ngayon. Nung nagsimula nung pandemic, ano ba, 'di ba? Yung maraming questions in our minds, 'di ba? That moment, the uncertainty.
Mm.
Yun
Mm.
palang uncertainty, 'di ba? Parang lahat lahat sama-sama pare-parehas, ganun. Lahat may
Oh.
uncertainty.
Oo, kung
So,
before merong mga issues ng mental health na parang ako lang 'to, 'no, gano'n, 'no. Pero ngayon, we each have to think about one another kasi lahat tayo we're going through this anxiety, no. People all over the world, we're going through this. And alam na-realize ko lang, no, Sweet, kasi this happened, I mean, here in the Philippines at least, no, the lockdown started exactly 3 years ago, 'di ba? March 2020, no, when that happened.
yes,
'Di ba?
oo.
So parang talagang wow, the 3 years just went by na parang I think
But it
parang
didn't it didn't pass by a breeze,
oo,
talagang
hindi, hindi. Kasi nga
the
parang
past 3 years.
oo, parang these 3 years na 'to parang sobrang punong-puno ng mga changes and ano, 'no, parang gano'n, 'no?
Nung siguro to connect dun sa what you're saying kanina, yung pre-pandemic and then
Mm.
start of the pandemic, no? There's a huge rise in of course, the hotline, in the monthly
Mm.
hotline calls. According to to an article, it's from 80 calls pre-pandemic to 400 nung lockdown.
Oh,
Oo,
okay.
monthly. Okay, so talaga, of course, apektado at talagang dumami yung nangangailangan ng tulong nung panahon na yon.
Mm. Alright, sige. I think marami pa tayong pag-uusapan kasi we haven't even we haven't even scratched the surface of what we want to talk about. But definitely from what you have shared with us so far, no, Sweet, parang talagang it's not something that we should just easily forget, no? Kasi parang the effects of all of these things that happened because of the seriousness of the situation that almost everybody experienced and yung mga issues na na-encounter natin because of yung volume ng mga issues na to, parang the effects will not easily go away, no? Para we will be dealing with the effects of this pandemic for many many years to come, and parang sa tingin ko iba-iba ang magiging time frame din ng bawat tao, no, na to say na nagkaroon tayo ng na overcome natin whatever the pandemic however the pandemic affected us. So I think we will pause for now. We will we will save those discussions for our next episode, and magte-thank you muna ako sa iyo, Sweet, no, pero gusto kong i-invite lahat ng nanonood ngayon na panoorin natin yung susunod na episode kasi pag-uusapan natin doon kung ano ba yung ways na we can cope, and para matulungan natin ang isa't isa kasi definitely we will really need one another's help. Things may not go exactly back to the way they were, but ang hope natin is moving forward, we will get better and we will become stronger as a community. So that's all the time that we have for now, but we will have Sweet again in our next episode. So I hope you join us again for that. This has been Chinka Bisinga Sarmiento, reminding everybody na haba-habaan ng pasensya dahil ang buhay parang life. Thank you!